Hey guys. All right. What do we want? Another serious run, and then maybe we start playing with RPing factions. Why don't we have a religious stuff down here? Agricultural land, 44%, ethnicity, 75% white. Number's even right? Why do these ones have religions, but this one doesn't? Okay. Does it say exports Islam? Oh. Let's try Germany. Alright. Compulsory voting, 3 parties. Difficulty, normal, innate socialism. Is this the same settings as the last one? I think it's close. Innate liberalism, economic cycle. What do the other ones have? Gex. Yeah, it's a fun game. I'm not sure how much replayability it's going to have, but I had fun with it. Yesterday, anyways. If I play these guys... Okay, these still are at 100, so this is a factor that they start at 100% and move around. Economic cycle 25%. I don't know what that setting means. Is that the same for the United States? 20%. Okay. As I said, let's try Germany. Alright. We are... What? The no going back party. They are Defenders of the Faith and Constitutional Party. Morning, Kex. Alright. Welcome to our new job as Chancellor. We have a paltry 84 million citizens. Okay. Re-election every 4 years. Germany apparently has a high crime rate, high unemployment, a low GDP. Got a lot of shit fucked up in this country. Okay. Don't ruin your country? I don't know, man. Starting stats, not so impressive. You got education and health. Good. Alright. Found out yesterday there's another fucking case of COVID in my office. That's 2 now. Starting to be a bit of a problem. Gonna make decisions about fucking holiday travel now. Starting to be a fucked up thing. Maybe talk about that a bit more later on stream. Face mask up. I'm in a solo office, so I don't need to do that here, but I wear face masks all the rest of the time I'm in the office. Or any of the shared spaces. But it's a little worse than that too. No good options about streaming either. New company isn't doing fucking jack shit to fix my internet. I don't want to rent office long term. Doubly so now that we're seeing COVID cases in the office. My wife's university got back to us with a no. I'm starting to run out of options for where do I actually work from. You're just staying here. I haven't seen my parents in a year now, Kex. My mom's getting a little pushy about it. They're about a 22-hour drive. Talk more about that later. I'm kind of going to pick chat's brain for any other solutions that I might be missing and just kind of do an update of where the hell I am. Yeah, move's a bit of a bitch. Alright, let's see what's going on in the game, though. Seems to be a lot of alcohol abuse in Germany. Organized crime's a problem. Antisocial behavior is a problem. Internet crime is a problem. Respiratory disease is a problem. Obesity is a problem. Uncompetitive economy. And gig economy. And too much gridlock. Classic Germany. They have good internet? My parents? Yeah, they do. Or their internet's fine anyways. I can stream from there. I've streamed from there in the past. Starts to be, I'll get into this later, Kex, but to directly answer that thought, yeah, maybe, but what am I gonna do? Leave my apartment up here with my wife up here to, like, you know, be stuck in Iowa while I'm down in Florida? We're considering it as a possibility, but what duration? How do we get down there? Are we driving 2 cars to Florida? Instead of splitting a 22-hour drive, we're gonna be doubling it? Right? Like, leave Frig and move in with mom is pretty unexciting. But it might be a short-term solution. All right, our biggest voting bloc. Everyone, liberals, poor, capitalists, socialists. I don't mind living short-term with my parents. I don't want to live long-term with my parents again. But they have offered that, and it's very kind of them to offer, and I get on fine with them mostly, although I get on fine with them better from a distance than I do in person, but something to think about. I mean, I'm paying an extra 50% of my rent into my office, essentially. So I'm paying 150% of fucking rent costs right now instead of 100% of rent costs, which is pissing me off. And I don't even like the office. You know? So, I really don't like how they're handling COVID cases here. They're not releasing the names of the people who have it or who got it. So I'm forced to, like, ask them each time. I mean, it's a communicable disease that doesn't have symptoms for a large percentage of the people who get it, and is a dangerous fucking disease for a bunch of high-risk populations, and is not a sure thing for anyone who normally gets it, you know, who isn't a high-risk population, right before fucking holiday season where everyone's going to be traveling. I mean, are they insane? Like, why are they protecting the names of the people who have this? It's not shameful to get a fucking disease, but it is information that you need to work around. So kind of annoyed with them about this. I don't like how they're handling this. But we'll see. All right. I live in Iowa at the moment. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We should look at our cabinet ministers. This is, I found, to be probably the most important stat from our last playthrough. Self-employed liberal, middle-income environmentalist, self-employed religious, trade unionist socialist. I'm gonna play this one seriously, and then I think we're gonna if this one is if this ends up being easy, like the end of last game, we're gonna roleplay as a faction, presumably like a religious faction or something like that. All right, trade union socialist, trade union liberal, or liberal, environmentalist capitalist. Socialist is a pretty big driver here. Liberal's a pretty big driver. Poor is a pretty big driver of the vote. Trade unionist is also fairly large. What is trade unionist up against? Socialist, right? They're basically competitive. Or is it trade union capitalist? Hello, hit and run. Higher pay, shorter hours, more rights at work, trade union membership can lead to more support in industrial actions. Low wages, high unemployment, and a lack of welfare can be factors encouraging workers to join unions. This is Germany. The big ones are... I'm just trying to decide if we want to replace any of our ministers. That was pretty solid last time, once we knew where we're going. If we don't know where we're going, it might not be worth yet. So, this person's got to go. Self-employed religious. I don't think the self-employed care very much for us. As far as I could tell, this game represents the religious entirely negatively. For getting anything fucking accomplished in your country. Wait. I had someone who was driven by a religion. Conservative capitalist. Socialist liberal. Capitalist conservative. Liberal capitalist. What? That's all my people, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where did my people go? Economy. Self-employed religious. Economy. Tax. Social services. Law and order. Transport. Foreign policy. Welfare. Economy. You. Self-employed religious. Okay. Hover. Capitalist liberalist. So is that a bug? You're not actually religious after all? Alright. What is our situation? 5 billion deficit. 2 trillion. 10 trillion? Might be religious. No, this is the people who drive her stuff. But, wrong. Here, somewhere. Alright, this is flashing. Presumably it's a big deal. Alcohol abuse is a big deal, driven by alcohol consumption. We have how much political capital? 15. What social policies do I have out right now? Law and order, transport, foreign policy, welfare, economy, tax, public services, abortion laws, secular, technical colleges, stem cell research, selective schooling. So they're similar. I was wondering if these were all going to be different or not. There's healthy eating campaign. Free school meals, executive term limit, school prayers, adult education, subsidies, compulsory foreign language, okay. I had a lot of fun with it, Zam, yesterday. Alright, so I don't see anything suggesting that they're doing anything about this alcohol problem yet. Cyberbullying is a pretty cheap one to get rid of. And that seems to be internet crime. Was it internet bullying or internet crime that was building up? I think it was internet crime. Drug treatment, free eye tests, free parenting classes, the country, ID, organ donation, reforestation, school vouchers. Where's the alcohol related stuff? Thought it was in here. Here? I mean, I can tax it. That will drive down usage. But there was also like, there's generally like these awareness policy things. All right, where's the alcohol tax? Income tax, payroll tax, capital gains tax, airline tax, hybrid cars, corp tax. Where's alcohol? Married tax. That's cigarettes. That's petrol. Is this the solidarity tax? What the fuck is a solidarity tax? Top up to income tax is particular to Germany, which is introduced to help cover the costs associated with the reunification of East and West Germany. Hasn't that probably been done already? So why is it still here? Okay. Alcohol tax in Germany could be risky. We have no idea how much this mirrors real life. May not mirror it very much. Certainly I would never suggest that in real life, but I'm not a real life dictator. On the red tax screen, thanks. Estimated popularity with workers at 55%. Takes a lot of political capital to put that in. Unifications cost trillions. It's assumed it would be something that had been dealt with already. Hey, it was 30 for that fucking thing? We're not even generating. This is wrong. It will generate much less than that next turn. So we need low-hanging fruit. Initially. So we should work on... Petrol tax cost us. Already pretty high. What were our... Again, like... Turns out that in this game, cars are the source of all evil. So we should definitely do our best to knock that the fuck down. Gotta figure out what changes driving stuff. Presumably there's already gonna be some stuff about... This is your military spending? But what if someone has oil and you want it? What are you gonna do? That's sad. Sad. I mean, I guess I shouldn't judge. All right, let's take a look at what we can do for moving traffic down, I guess. Automation tax, diverted profits tax. Junk food, luxury goods, plastic bag, public tax returns, punitive tax on superstores. I wonder if we could possibly build a... is there racial tension going on right now? Obesity, respiratory disease. Both can be dealt with by dealing with traffic. Internet crime, alcohol abuse, organized crime, antisocial behavior. And we are driven by liberals, poor, capitalist, socialists. Environmentals, pretty... They're voting for us pretty heavily right now. Same with state employees. Okay. Use more drugs, maybe they won't drink as much. Game has pretty clear cause and effect for things. Alcohol consumption is in fact driven by GDP, alcohol laws, unemployment, and negatively impacted by legal drug consumption, whatever the fuck that is. Alcohol awareness. That's what I was looking for. Here's the alcohol awareness campaign. Currently a paltry 50 million here. For 1 point, I can up this quite a lot. Seems good. We're gonna apply that change. Alcohol awareness. What else? I wanted to go back. Can I go back a screen? Poverty, unemployment, alcohol law. I should check alcohol law and legal drug consumption and see what this is about. On a lot. And what was the other one? Alcohol law. There's alcohol law. This is currently popular. Okay, liberals like it. Liberals like it. Oh, why would liberals like it? They like this portion where the law is at, which is minimum age of 16. So what do? We can up the minimum age. Low strength beer only. Welcome to hell. Imagine if all you could drink were fucking session IPAs for the rest of your life. Feels bad, man. Alright. So what does this do? Hold on a minute. We're currently here. Alcohol consumption is... I never remember... I never can like read this as a cause or effect. Is this saying that at this current rate, this is the alcohol consumption impact, 17%. If I up the minimum age, nothing. Minimum age of 21 matters quite a lot, but minimum age of 18 compared to 16 does nothing. The youth don't like it, but no one gives a fuck about the youth. Yeah. Someone was trying to sell me a session IPA the other day. And this is the entire point of IPAs. IPAs are increased alcohol with increased hops to cover the alcohol, essentially. A session IPA is like, would you like a low alcohol IPA? No? No. All right. The youth vote is actually more impactful here than it was in the last campaign, but not by much. Okay, so we are going to want to hit that alcohol law pretty soon, but we can't do that yet. We don't have the social capital for it, political capital. Let's look at traffic congestion. Cause of traffic congestion are car usage, pollution, and road building. Let's take a look at car usage. All right, these are the most negative things. These are things that most negatively impact car usage, and these are things that most positively impact car usage. Road building is maybe something that we could stop. I've never thought of this as a way to deal with cars, to just stop building roads, but I guess it technically kind of works. So if we were to move this around, build that at 11. That gives us another 2 billion back, which isn't much. Reduces car usage a little bit. Environmentalists like it. Motorists don't like it, but I don't give a fuck about motorists. Unemployment goes... I don't know if that's up or down. I'd have to compare the movement. Unemployment goes down. Unemployment makes sense. We could do that. We could do that now. The issue with this is it's only a single fix to a single problem. It's very socially expensive to do, or policy expensive to do that. And it doesn't hit... I want to hit causes that are at the root of multiple things. We might not want to do that. We might want to instead look at trying to strengthen other forms of stuff, like, for example, bikes. Cycling campaign is on high right now. For one, can do this. This will continue to decrease car usage, rail usage, and bus usage. Decrease obesity. Obesity wasn't one of the big ones here, I don't think. Yes, it was. Get rid of the Autobahn. I'm gonna rip up the roads in this country. You will only be able to be transported via Amazon Prime drone from now on. You'll have to call a drone to be flown to the next location. All right, some more health related things about transport would be nice. What do we have here? Electric car initiative. Bus lanes. Bus lanes are already here. Biofuel subsidies. I didn't even look at this last time. What does this do? Reduces CO2 and reduces oil demand. It's kind of nice. Cycling campaigns in effect. Could boost it. Pretty low impact. That's one we were just at, wasn't it? Okay. What else in here? Electric cars, bus lanes. What are we doing for bus lanes? Bus lanes are medium funding right now. Social capital of 8. This is off the motorists. Makes the consumers happy and makes bus usage go up. I'm not sure if bus usage is competitive with car usage or not. Like, it would be in a finite number of things. State rail companies here. Fucking the rail industry. Good. Hey, HG Leaky's. Glad you're enjoying the Battle Brothers content, man. Alright. Ban low MPG cars. Our emission limits. Car usage down, oil demand down, CO2 emissions. This is a pretty nice one. How expensive is it? 7 million. Dude, it's not even in... This is 6 million more, only. We want to do that. Do I have 12 social capital? I think I have 14 right now. All right. Seems reasonable. That's probably what we're going to do. It's still only a single issue thing, but, you know. Alright, let's ban these fucking low mile per gallon cars. Reduce car usage there. Apply changes. Okay. And then I want to do something, a low-hanging 2 policy cost for just something nice here. Tourism, ad campaign, tobacco awareness, public services, keep the country tidy. Not bad. Cyberbullying might be something we do too. What was the tobacco awareness? We have respiratory disease issues, right? All right, let's do some tobacco awareness stuff then. All right, pump that up. Okay. All right, call it a turn. All right, violent video games. There's an urgent policy about violent video games, really? Okay. Multinational tax evasion coming up. We're at 12% popularity. A small budget deficit. Okay. Take a look at what we have. We have a potentially bad situation. Isn't this a flat line? Are we sure this is going to happen? The causes of multinational tax evasion are corporate tax, sales tax, and technology. No, they aren't. You're telling me that these poor companies are being forced into tax evasion because we're taxing them. I see. So the solution to tax evasion by multinational companies is in fact just not to tax them. Of course. It makes perfect sense. All right. Take a look at violent video games. Concerns have been raised in the press about the impact that violent video games have on the nation's youth. Some of these games are being described as murder simulators. Hey! Links have been suggested between the games and violent crime. There's a proposal to ban certain games and restrict the sales of others to those over 18 years old. There's scant hard evidence that shows any real link between video games and violence. In fact, the possibility they act as catharsis and even prevent young people being violent. It's a knee-jerk response to people looking for a simple solution to violence in society. There may be no direct proven link, but you don't have to play many of these games to see how the influence they have on pressure young people might be playing negatively and blah, blah, blah. Banning is a step too far, but it's important parents have the information they need so they can judge how suited. I mean, this is the most sane fucking thing there, but let's take a quick look at who we're working with here. We care about parents? No, there's no parents in Germany. That's not true. There's a small percentage of parents in Germany. Where is it more or less than the youth? There's more parents than youth. Makes some sense. And roughly equal amounts of them voting for us. Conservatives are going to like this. Liberals probably... I mean, we're just putting a fucking warning label on it. What is the downside of sticking a warning label on this? No fucking downside to sticking a warning label on it. Alright. Youth don't like it. Because youth are dumb. And parents do like it. Great. Crisis averted. Yeah. I would give myself an A+, Donald Trump. The quotes have been pretty good. There's other quotes in there that are pretty funny too. Alright. Our popularity is brutally low. Corporate tax evasion is apparently going to be a problem for us. Where do we want to go? Got to deal with alcohol consumption right now. Apparently. Driving crime, healthcare, and violent crime. Alright, so maybe this turn is a bunch of low-hanging fruit, followed by saving some stuff. I'm looking for... It's good to look at too. Where's our income coming from? Income tax, payroll tax, sales tax, corporation tax, expenditures going to state pensions, state schools, healthcare vouchers, and military spending. Okay, we're currently running a deficit, and that's going to get bigger, so we'd like to make some money. I need an alcohol tax. I looked at this a second ago, right? Where was it? Was it just not there? There's corporation tax. Oh, right. We looked and it was too expensive to add, right? Fuck with the petrol tax. Expensive. Makes almost no money there. Jesus. I hate that these policies are already in place and they're weak. Makes it very expensive to move around. That's racial tension. Why do body cameras increase racial tension? They decrease racial tension? My car is all electric already. That might be the case. Alright, let's look for low-hanging policies here again. Stamps, genital mutilation ban. Conservatives and religious. Shelters. Wealthy would love it. Quality goes down. High earning goes up. Do I want... Like, I don't feel like I want these things right now. Foreign investor tax breaks. Consumer rights. Ski farms. Not a lot there to help us right now. Plastic bag tax. How much would I make out of... Oh, dude, I can't hit implement. I guess the income there. Not much. Luxury goods, also not much. Junk food, a bit more there. Drives down obesity. Drives up poverty. Drives down everyone's income. Drives up health. Flyer tax, air travel down, wealthy down, GDP down. Diverted profits, automation tax. Is this game early access? I don't know. Can you explain it in a few sentences? You are the elected official of a country and are doing your best to do well by that country by utilizing policies, essentially. Drug treatment, cyberbullying, compulsory food labeling. Pretty cheap. Drives down obesity, capitalism, and GDP. Drives up plant-based dieting. Cyberbullying, drug treatment for health, free eye tests. Free parenting. Keep the country clean. Pretty cheap. Everyone loves it. Might be good. Drives environmental membership. Reforestation. Helps with respiratory disease and unemployment. That's a good one then. How expensive is it? A little bit expensive. 7 cost is not super cheap either. Alright, maybe we invest in this now. What's law and order options too? Right to privacy. Drug enforcement agency, gated communities, legal aid, community policing. This was a good one too, right? Racial tension down, unemployment down, alcohol abuse down, antisocial behavior down, violent crime down, crime down. Yeah, we'll do some community policing here. It's pretty cheap too. Introduction cost is dirt cheap. Alright, that's 100% going in. Do you think alcohol abuse is the same as alcohol use in this game? Yeah. We're gonna have to get some income back though, because we're gonna start racking up deficit here. What was the other one I wanted to do? I wanted to do reforestation. This is a pretty healthy country. 6 to do this. Wait. Oh, because I've already applied it. Okay. Getting unemployment down seems big. We can deal with the crime issues. All right. Food stamps due. Health poor, socialist farmers, compassionate equality, farmer income, poverty down, poor earnings. We want crime-related stuff. Drug enforcement, down violent. We don't have a drug enforcement agency? I mean, was bad. You can do a pretty cheap attack on violent crime by a witness protection agency, strangely. I have 6 political capital left. Witness protection is 2. It's fairly cheap. This is also fairly cheap. Drives down violent crime, 2 quarters. It's just more expensive to implement. This one's a little bit slower but cheaper. I think we implement this now. All right. Okay, I think we're done for the round. Did nothing to deal with that government problem. Or, corporation problem, rather. Can I play like dictator? I told you, the second run today we do. If the first run ends up being, like this, the end part of yesterday's run was fairly easy. If today's run ends up being easy as well, we'll roleplay as a faction with some faction interests. All right. So what has happened here? Urgent policy question requires your attention. Data showing that we have a potentially bad situation, cyberbullying. So we can run the cyberbullying thing in a minute. Minor deficit at 2.2 billion. Global economy is doing well. Poll reports 14%. Pretty bad. Cabinet loyalty. We haven't messed with the cabinet yet. All right. Unemployment's going down, which we wanted to start. We got to work on this crime issue too. Let's take a look at factory farming. Campaign for the tightening of animal welfare standards on farms is gaining momentum. A law has been proposed that would set a higher minimum standard for the space, food, and access to outdoors. We've seen this event before. About time we did something. We have a bunch of liberals who are voting for us. I think we would do tougher standards if we want to get some political capital out of this. All right, farmers don't like it. Capitalists don't like it. Environmentalists and liberals do. GDP goes down. Plant-based diets go up. Okay. Cyberbullying needs to be... That's a flatline game. You sure that you need to warn me about this? Because currently, we're not to the start trigger yet. Okay, consider dealing with that, I guess. All right, what's the problem with these people? Loyalty-related issues? Capitalists is probably the problem here. So she's driven by environmentalists and capitalists, liberals and trade unionists, liberals and poor, socialist trade unionists, religious and self-employed. So this person did update to the religious background, although the initial turn 1 things were wrong for her. We probably want to replace her. What's her name? Something Becker. What would it cost to replace her? Wait. What is she in? She's in economy. Wait till she gets pissy with me, which should happen soon, and then fire her. Or we can do it now. She's in economy. Self-employed environmentalists. Middle income liberal. Wait, economy. Pretty much just this woman. Tired liberal here. 1.5 as economy. 1.6 economy with capitalist parents. How are we doing with the retired people? What do retired people care about in this game? Retired people are voting for us a lot right now. State pensions, which we have a lot of. Private health. Okay. We'd probably actually get this going for us. We could put that person in. Seems reasonable. We want to spend 1. Well, let's first make sure none of the major ones require 18. As opposed to 17. What are our major ones that we got to get? We wanted to get that alcohol policy in, right? It was like 30 something. I don't remember the fuck it was. I would like to do cyber awareness this round, so we don't have that. It was a alcohol tax at 30. All right, so let's do a couple things then. Let's fire off the... Where is it? This was there. Law and order for the cyberbullying? No, public services. Do I need to fund this? Do I need to overfund this? I don't really care about this stuff here. It depends just how much is driven. Like, I don't have an... The problem is, again, I'm missing a bar here, right? So these two bars are parents and youth, which is nice. But it doesn't tell me what the impact is on the actual problem I would implement this policy for. So it's tough to get an idea of how much I'd actually want to fund it for. I mean, it's cheap, I guess, but enough of these things at max are going to start adding up. All right, we are going to give her the boot, I think. Only shows the bar when the problem happened. Well, that's a pretty stupid system. Why would it hide that information when it could be useful? Especially if it gave me a warning of it. I guess I could see it if it wasn't like giving me a warning the turn before that that's a problem, then maybe it hides that, sure, because it's not relevant. But if it is relevant, it seems like it's kind of something that could be useful to have. All right, so we're going to deal with economy advisor. We're going to fire her ass. And we're going to hire economy. Returned. Shit, I forgot.
Exclamation mark democracy.
Oh, we're going to do retired liberal, weren't we? Yeah. Thanks, Zero Baja. Welcome back. Okay. Public service is not doing well. Why? Or liberal. Both these things we do well with, right? Poor? Liberal. Fuck's the problem, woman? Dude, what's your issue? Like, what is going on here, chat? Why is she pissy? You just hate the fact that your constituents are happy? Desired job, public services. Doesn't like that I fired the other advisor. Oh, fucker. Got a government to run. Alright, what's the total we can have? 28. We can't even get to the maximum. It was 30 something to implement that, right? Alright, so my advisor's being pissy here actually fucks us a little bit. Makes the whole turn different. Paging Nobu. Alright. Internet crime. Crime in general. It's one of the big issues here, right? Crime is super fucking high in this country. What's impacting crime? Alcohol abuse, alcohol consumption, antisocial behavior. Antisocial behavior is one we can work towards, right? So that is... Where? One of these. I guess I need to look. Antisocial behavior is here. Police force, CCTV cameras, and community policing all negatively impact it. Alcohol consumption, unemployment, and religious percentage. Religious percentage adds to antisocial behavior. Okay. So we have an unexpected surplus of political capital this turn. What is this? The elderly? Oh, state pensions. Okay. Unemployment benefits. Oh, that's the one we should do. We should do unemployment fraud. That one was pretty decent for this, right? Welfare fraud department here. Conservatives and middle income like it. Not compassionate and the poor don't like it. Thought there was a different one. So we gotta attack crime and poverty. Oh, mostly crime. Crime and unemployment, I guess, not crime and poverty. But what else impacts crime here? Firearm laws, unemployment, poverty. Sales tax, tobacco tax, unemployment drive poverty. What's negative indicators? State pensions, state schools, free schools, unemployment benefit, minimum wage, healthcare vouchers, rent controls. All help poverty. Employment. What else can we have people doing? Yeah, we should look at the Drug Enforcement Agency, shouldn't we? Did want to do that. Keep the country clean. It's cheap. Law and Order, DEA. I did want that quite a lot. Yeah, we're going to throw that in. Fund it. Apply. 9 for this. I don't know what it cost me. I always forget that when I click on that, it means I've confirmed it already. To get to there when I'm building a new one. All right, we got to get funding up though, because we have now multiple turns in a row added small cost programs, but they are nevertheless adding up. And I have a lot of shit I want to fund still. So what do we do about that? Probably a tax. What do we have here already? We have tobacco, solidarity, property, sales tax, petrol tax, married tax, microgeneration grants, payroll tax, corporation tax. Capitalist, wealthy, self-employed all hate this. No, but I bet you self-employed like it when I tax corporations, right? If I wanted to move this up, which I could do, currently making us 22 billion. Move this up to 28 billion. And what is it doing? Capitalist, wealthy. Wait, why are the self-employed upset when I tax corporations? Huh. This is actually portrayed in this game as very negative. Oh, because it's not actually a corporation tax. It's just labeled a corporation. Oh, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about the one I have to pay on my own that I pay double because I'm self-employed. I hate that tax too. Yeah. I didn't know that was the tax we were messing with. All right, what other tax options do we have? Tax plastic bags. Amazing. Recreational drugs. We can make 1 billion from this. Make 1/10 of a billion from that. Junk food, obesity. This is a good one. Drives down. Drives up poverty. Drives down everyone. Drives down youth. Drives down obesity. Profits. What does this one do? A tax levied on estimates regarding large companies' profits earned in this country, regardless of their actual reporting. Used to prevent multinational corporations from claiming all the profits they are generating. Okay. Self-employed, like this one, because this one doesn't hit them directly. Make a lot of money out of this. It's pretty close to immediate. It is going to drive that corporation problem. Are we okay with that? 6, and what's plastic bags? 4, junk food is 6. Make 1 billion out of that, and we can make up to 6 billion out of this. Driving foreign relations capitalist. It doesn't say that it impacts. So that was what? Didn't see it. It was on here last time. think we are going to tax the fuck out of them, though. We need income. They shouldn't be doing this anyways. All right. Capitalists don't like it. Foreign relations. This is actually quite a big hit for this. Making 3 billion can make up to 6 billion, though. All right. How long have I been in power? 3 quarters. So almost a year. All right. Let's move forward. All right, crime going down. Major donor abandons party. International Literary Award. Local writers won their most prestigious international award for their novel. Easy tourism plus 12%. It's nice positive. We're going to have a potentially bad situation. Corporate exodus. Budget surplus 8 billion. Global economy is doing well. Angry car salesman bitches about something we don't care about. One of our wealthy donors. So this is the one that's going to hit now because we just hit it with corporation tax, right? Corporate exodus. I wonder what it does. We need to up stability. I think all these are going to be slow though. Education, poverty. Poverty leads to stability. Maybe low poverty leads to stability, but then this should be a reverse thing because low poverty is anti-poverty. Racial tension. I can't stop that without immediately reversing that. It's a well-known fact that reality has a liberal bias. Okay. Corporate exodus is going to be nasty and it's going to happen. All right. What can we do about... There was a... about racism drives up liberalism. Doesn't it? Reduces racial tension. Racial tension drives instability. Could possibly deal with that. Keep the country tidy. Be nice. Are we going up in our popularity? Barely. So major constituents we could help right now to like us are liberal, and we've just been tanking capitalists here. Liberals, ethnic minorities, socialists, environmentalists are already voting for us. So actually boosting environment doesn't actually help us very much because they're all already voting for us. All right, what do the liberals fucking care about right now? We have a ban on Sunday shopping? What? Why? Look for ways to increase the membership of the poor. Imagine your government was like, our biggest voting bloc are the poor. If we keep everyone poor, they'll all vote for us. People can't go to church and shop on Sundays? I mean, if we do this, ethnic minorities and probably liberals are going to like us for the policy about hug your neighbor or whatever the fuck it was. And about racism week, that's the one. All right. Throw that in. And then that's 7 capital left. Free parenting classes. Inequality goes up, parent membership goes up, population goes up, parents go up. Youth politics, social justice. We want to increase liberals right now? I'm not sure we do. National Business Council. Foreign relations boost would be nice. Let's implement the Trade Council. Fund it. And what else do we have? Food stamps, genital mutilation ban. Conservatives don't like it. The religious don't like it. Liberals do. I actually would like to build some social capital with liberals right now. How expensive is it? Not. Alright. We're going to implement this one. Imprisonment for genital mutilation seems reasonable. Conservatives don't like it. Conservatives like to mutilate genitals, apparently. Alright. It's a good name, honestly. It's very difficult to say that you support genital mutilation. Just because of what it's called. Alright. Crime and unemployment going down, GDP going up. Surprised we didn't have the emergency from the corporations fire. Alright. We're at 17% approval. Budget surplus, supposedly. Alright, what's our urgent policy question? Angry citizens are protesting against a project to build power lines through their villages. These power lines are necessary to further increase use of renewable energy. Not building them would be an economic setback. If you ignore the citizens, this will make them even angrier. But if you ignore the citizens, this will make them even angrier and supportive of their cause. Nobody wants power lines next to their house. They have to be built somewhere. There are alternate ways to explore, like underground power lines. Are there? No. You're getting power lines, scrubs. It's gonna be the fucking liberals, though. They're gonna be super pissy. I kind of need their support right now. Maybe we could just run power lines hidden in like the legs of the cribs of these people. We're playing in Germany, the Diki. Alright. I mean, this seems like a dumb idea to stop construction of power lines. I mean, really what we need to be stopping is the 5G towers that spread COVID. And that's the big problem. Oh, I don't know if this is gonna help anything. I don't want to piss off the liberals right now, so it's gonna piss off the capitalists, I think. Yeah. Everyone likes it. The farmers like it. Farmers? Like, who fucking... Why would the farmers care? Ban me from Twitch. You're not allowed to spread disinformation. Why not? Alright, we good? We have 12 social... We're not good. We have 12 social... Oh, because it's the beginning of the turn. Right. You haven't heard that yet? That was a conspiracy theory around the start of COVID. You didn't see the fucking, like, people tearing down 5G towers? It's all over the fucking internet. It's ridiculous. Alright. What's going on with this person? Every one of her constituents is happy, but she's just really upset about life. No sense whatsoever. Farmers are rural and conservative. They like anti-environmental stuff. Well, I just did something that was environmental. I did something opposite that, right? Permanent Twitch ban. Oral doctor disrespect. No idea what happened there at all, but it was kind of a major deal. All right, what are we doing for this? We would like to move a little bit. It's a little bit weird to not be able to talk about social issues when I'm playing a game that's about social issues, though. So I don't know how much I want to skirt that issue. Political capital. Help commuters. Why? They're a pretty big block, I guess. And I have been pissing them off repeatedly. But all the commuters care about is traffic congestion. It's like the only thing. I can do telecommuting, maybe, is a cheap way to do that. Diplomatic service for foreign relations could be good. It's pretty cheap. 8 introduction costs a lot, and it's a little bit slow, but it's good overall. Where is telecommunicate? Tax, public services, law and order, transport. There's telecommuting initiative. What does it cost? 2. Drives down commuter membership, drives down car usage. Those are both good for us, and commuters like it. It's not that expensive. All right. I think we're going to implement this. I want to get people out of the... Commuters were like the easiest thing to take over last time. All right. Parents, trade unions, telecom industry, commuters. Funding for $1 billion. Apply. And then the other one was... Already forgotten. Diplomatic service, right? Yeah. Okay. On the diplomatic service. Okay. Down to 2. Any low-hanging fruit we want for this one? We've hit a lot of them. National Business Council, maybe not bad. Drives up capitalists. Capitalists like it. Socialism doesn't like it. It's not that expensive. Drives up GDP. GDP causes a lot of problems in this game, but it's also all of our fucking money. Keep the country tidy campaign. Not bad either. Drives up environmentalist membership, and environmentalists like us. We should do that. Yeah. All right. In the turn. Okay. Crime going down. We're out of red. That's nice. Urgent policy requires our attention. Budget's in good shape. We're getting 11 billion surplus. Port's at 22%. Urgent policy question about fracking. Hydraulic fracturing, better known as fracking, is a drilling technique, so many puns in there, that allows energy companies to exploit previously unreachable deposits of shale gas. The technique is relatively new and requires the government to give permission to use. On one hand, it opens up potentially huge supplies of energy. On the other hand, there's serious environmental concerns. We'll go ahead to energy companies carry out commercial level fracking on our soil. The great news is for consumers, it will drive energy prices down, reduce our dependence on foreign imports of oil and gas. Also a boost for the economy. What's not to like? Fracking poses a number of dangers. Earthquakes, contaminating water supply. Ban fracking. Okay, capitalists don't like it. Environmentalists do. Done. Women aren't supposed to run for... women like me aren't supposed to run for office. I don't know, this is the second AOC quote we've seen in the game. Game has a liberal bias. Just putting that out there. Alright, 12 here. Alright, continuing to piss off the capitalists. Though GDP probably drives capitalist happiness, right? Yeah. So long as we build up the GDP, they won't hate us entirely. Alright, what else do we want? 12 capital this turn. No immensely threatening problems. Use some more income. We would like to... What are ethnic minorities driven by right now? Racial tension, border controls, and citizenship tests don't like. Foreign aid and race discrimination act. What does the Race Discrimination Act do? Reduces racial tension. Liberals like it. Ethnic minorities like it. Conservatives don't like it, and it drives liberalism. Okay? And if I move this up for 1 social capital, easy yes. Okay. You want a free bus? Just like, you just want a bus? I mean, it's free if you pay for it, Nobu. I'm pretty sure you could get a bus if you wanted. I don't know what the laws are like in your country, but probably you could own a bus. Want lower taxes on your car? Not big on that. We're gonna, I think the next playthrough we will play as, because I'm just ending up the same way I normally just, doing all the things that make sense for our fucking country. I think the next time we play, we'll play as a faction with some ideas behind it. Telecommuting initiative. Didn't we just put this in? We did. We maxed it. Okay. But what else do we have going on here? Art subsidies negatively impact capitalists. Alright, what is this? Selective school. I don't know what selective schooling is. The government has to take a view on whether it is best for all students to be educated together in the same classroom regardless of ability, or if it's desirable to place the most talented students in their own classes which teach faster, or maybe even have dedicated schools for those of the highest ability. Okay. Conservatives, liberals don't like selective schooling. Dumb. Alright. I could piss off all my... What does it do? So it costs the same. It leads to slightly better education. Conservatives like it. Socialists and liberals, who I need to... My voting bloc don't like it. Seems like a low impact thing for me. Yeah. Most talents is a dog whistle for those from good backgrounds. Oh yeah? You don't think there's differences in ability in any population? Huh. Look. More secular schools. What do I have for social capital? 11 right now. It's 36 for that. Incremental changes in this game are more expensive than big changes, unfortunately. What else do we want to do? 11 political capital here. Child benefit. Everyone except capitalists loves child benefit. Okay. Alright, well, I'm not seeing a whole... I mean, the problem is I don't have good indicators of problems, and I don't know the game well enough to see all of the... You just mentally know where I'm looking, where I'm missing. Does the red and green circles on these things, chat, represent how intense the policy is? In other words, is this a full policy? No. Nope, there isn't. What do the red and green circles around the things mean? Electron, okay, science funding. Okay. Currently funding for 4 billion, where I can move the slider to. What do you mean? So how does... Oh, is the red the negative? So this one then is why I can move it based on my current political capital? We're gonna do that. How much? 3 billion. Let's fund science. Okay, 4 left. What is this? Art subsidies, abortion law, cyberbullying awareness, secularity of education, healthcare vouchers, healthy eating. What is this? Private healthcare. Healthy eating campaign. Did we fund this fucking thing? Apply. Cyberbullying, tidy. Stem cell research. People who are bad at life don't like it. Why? This game just makes everything, or just oppose everything that's progress related in this game, apparently. Expensive. Okay. Needle exchange program. Okay. Do that. All right, we good? Good for this turn. The national team wins the World Cup. Sweet. Corporate exodus is going to happen. There's not a fucking thing I can do about that, I don't think. GDP is doing well. Crime's going down, unemployment's down. I did lay the groundwork for avoiding this situation by dealing with by upping foreign relations like 3 different times. Budget's in good shape. Our approval is up to 40%. Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, I could reduce their taxes, but that would reduce my income off these companies. I'm not super excited by that news. What I'm working to do right now is up stability. It's unfortunately not a very big driver of it. I could reduce worker safety. I could reduce labor laws. Or I could reduce corporate tax. I'm gonna look at corporate tax at least. I think I just added corporate tax, right? Where the fuck? Actually, hold on. Where was that? So there it is. So I have 14 capital right now, which is nothing. I am making 23 billion off this. I could give up 3 billion, go to here, or 11 billion to go there. I mean, it's quite expensive. Maybe we could bring it down to here. I fucking hate that I have to pixel hunt here. So what does this do? Reduces uncompetitive economy, reduces socialists. All right, let's try that. What was 6 again? 6 was just too much. Yeah, it's 10 billion. I really don't want to give up 10 billion income for this. If that's enough. Oh. Alright, she's less pissy now. It's good. She should be less pissy. We're doing we keep making the people who support her happy. Trade unionists are actually a problem right now. There's a couple of trade unionists. Capitalist for her, trade unionist. Might be time to get rid of self-employed and liberal. How are the self-employed doing for us? Where are they? Low percentage. Middle income just not super happy either. She's happy despite trade unionists. And what was the problem here? Trade unionist is just too big of an impact on this dude. Self-employed and liberal. Not that dude, this dude. Liberal trade unionists. We gotta get fucking liberals happier. We're slowly eking up the percentage doing this, but this is a large percentage of Germany apparently. Maybe we mess with some of the social laws that are important to them. Gay marriage. So what are my options? Is currently gay marriage is at medium. Is it enforced gay marriage up here? And like no gay marriage down here? Like what are my anchors here? Only the religious hate this. It's hilarious. 14. Maximum gay marriage. It's just political capital too. That's maybe a next turn kind of deal. Yeah, I think it's funny that they hate that the creator of this game didn't label those, right? Like, because other ones have things like if you go to like CCTV cameras, or maybe guns like license and minimum age. See how they're labeled all the accesses, total ban, strict control, or all the not accesses, all the points. Like I was thinking it might do that for us for the for gay marriage too. Maybe the label. Is it early access? Oh, I didn't know. It's how big is the team for this? I assumed it was a single dev. Is it not? Two people dev? Gotcha. Alright, so we're looking to ethnic minorities and liberals. Gender equality is a driver of this. Family planning, child benefit, genital mutilation bans, border control, citizen test, foreign aid, military spending, Sunday shopping. This maybe is something we can get rid of. What is this doing? It hurts the GDP. Trade unionists like it and the religious like it. Are trade unionists important to us? Yeah, kind of here. We could get rid of that guy, though. It'd be nice not to be tied to trade unionists. Trade unionists there, too, but socialists just dominating that field. So, could we replace this guy? Sunday shopping is a thing, huh? What does it do if I just cancel it? Cancel is 15. I can't actually cancel. I don't have 15. So currently we're high on banning Sundays. And we could go down to low on banning Sundays if we wanted. like ban the whole day, I guess. What's my overall plan for society? To fatten them up. Clear vision. Ability benefits. As I said, we're going to play this one seriously, and then next playthrough, we'll do our best to win the game while endorsing some fairly bizarre views, maybe. We'll have to figure out what those are. I need more things that drive liberal that aren't that. Abortion law. Secularity of education. Gambling. School prayer. What is gambling doing for us? It drives organized crime. Liberals like gambling. Strange. I would like the option of getting to gamble if they want, I guess. GDP, unemployment. It's a big driver of organized crime. Or has a big impact on that anyways. Russia an option? That's an interesting question. I don't remember what the options are. I think it's France, Germany, the UK, America, and Australia, I think were the options. I don't think Russia was one of them. All right, what were the other liberal modifiers? Gambling, abortion law, limited circumstance, on demand. Again, this should be one of the ones where it's mandatory. Total ban, 16. It's tough to move around. What's going on with this? Why can't I drag you to there? I don't have this. I don't have the political capital to move that. Can't move it around. School prayer drives racial tension. The religious like it and makes more religious, and the liberals hate it. This seems like a good thing to fucking... Currently optional. On parents' request, can I ban the fucking... I can just disallow it, right? Cancel is 7. Easy cancel policy. All right. Press freedoms. 6 to move it up. That's probably... What do I have? 4 right now? Probably a good thing next turn. Alright, we're at 4. I think we're probably good. There might be one more low-hanging policy we can add for 4. Tourism ad campaign. That's a probably, actually. Hey, thanks for helping with the raid stuff. Appreciate it, guys. Stamps. Business startup. Self-employed, capitalist, socialist, city farms, national business council, GDP and capitalist. Plastic bag tax. All food subsidies. Pretty cheap. Drives plant-based diets, which reduces CO2. Health increase, obesity decrease, food price decrease. Public services. Free parenting. Drives gender equality, which decreases... oh, I was thinking the liberals like gender equality, but I don't remember if... I don't think it actually decreased. I was thinking it might increase stability, which would help with the corporation stuff, but I don't think it does. Social justice increases liberalism. I guess if I'm catering to the liberals in this playthrough, then we probably actually want a social justice foundation, because it's going to increase the number of people who are liberal here. I'm not super fucking excited about, but let's do it. All right. We're going to apply that. And what was the other one I wanted to do? Tourism. All right. Oh, we were going to fire that dumbass too, but we don't have any social capital. Okay. All right. Message from my minister. Good, we can fire his dumbass for free. Technological advantage. Looks like our country's leading the world in a number of major areas of science and technology. Sweet. Antisocial behavior. Crime statisticians are pleased to report the extent of antisocial behavior in our country nation has fallen considerably. No longer a major source of crime. Good. Airports expansion and this do. What's the minister want? Budget report. We're still positive. 46% popularity. All right. He wants a business startup campaign. Okay, we'll consider it. I might just fucking fire your dumbass. We'll see. And airport expansion. Planning permission has been requested for the expansion of some of our country's largest airports. Tourism industry is dependent on air travel. We could delay it. We could reject it. Or we could allow it. We just started a tourism campaign. I think the rational follow-up would be to ban air travel. It would be a tourism campaign by Amazon Prime drone only. So I think that's where we're gonna have to go. All right. Tourism goes down, environmentalism goes up, capitalism goes down. Take a look at, or approval of those anyways. Two pissy guys. All right, he's driven by self-employed and liberals. He's driven by liberals and trade unionists. We have 14 political capital this turn. Wait, we have an antibiotics ban? For what? Ranchers and farmers have been oh, antibiotics and livestock. Oh. Alright, we want to keep working on our liberal base here. Because that's the second largest voting bloc in the country. And we are slowly gaining support with that. And a lot of our ministers are driven by that. Meanwhile, what do we have for cabinet ministers? You are failing us, and so are you. Self-employed and liberal, trade unionist liberal. They both liberal. What are the potential law and order ministers? Law and order ministers. Law and order there. Trade union commuter. Middle income liberal. Law and order minister. How's middle income doing? Not great, right? And this is the guy we can save if we want. He's in foreign policy. Self-employed and liberal. Trade unionist liberal. But what's going on with this stuff? Middle income, trade union, and self-employed. Trade union's here. Okay. And what's self-employed driven by? Self-employed here. Smaller population. We kind of want to get rid of the trade unionist stuff. This is Ludwig, and we can keep this guy around. Alright, so we gotta read what he wanted to do. For 2 social capital. Yeah, sure, man. Not even that expensive. Self-employed, socialist, self-employed membership. Do we want to drive membership? Like, their happiness doesn't go up there particularly. We get a lot more membership in the self-employed. I don't think we want to get a lot more in the self-employed. I think we want to get happiness without driving more of it. Like that. Okay. All right. And then we want to fire this dumbass. Trade unionist. All right, who does he? He's Law and Order. Law and Order. Trade unionist. New. Law and Order. Law and Order, middle income, liberal. Seems fucking solid. Okay. You're fired, friend. And we're gonna hire loyalty, Law and Order. Oh, you're Law and Order, youth and poor. That might be better for us. We have a fairly good representation among the poor. Is there win condition in the game? There is, yep. But I regularly shit on the youth because they always have bad policies. They always want the worst things. Middle income's not doing well for us, and I'm not sure anything we do is going to push that around very much. Person has more experience, more campaigning sympathies, and a lot of loyalty. I think we're going to actually put in Hetty Peters. GDY, I've never heard that as a name. All right, Hetty Peters, the Law and Order candidate. Law and Order counselor or whatever. So she's pissy again for no reason that I can possibly. Chat, I really would like this. I would really like this explained to me. Why is she red bordered? For those of you who play this game more than me. She is our public services advisor. Public services here. She's fucking us right now by giving us 0 stuff. Yeah, her loyalty's down, but why is her loyalty down? Yes, Nobu answered her loyalty is down. I asked why, and Nobu answered with she's not loyal. Very good, Nobu. You've solved it, Detective Nobu on the case. And it turns out she's not loyal because she's not loyal. Awesome. See her profile. Sure. She's this woman. She likes public services, where she's actually at right now. The poor, she has sympathies with the poor and the liberals, which currently, both giving huge bonuses in there. We're doing well with both those demographics. Thank you guys for the support with the raid. The raid promotion ends today. This is the last chance that you guys have to support my channel for free by checking out the Raid Shadow Legends game, which I'm actually quite a fan of these days. Anyways, last day for that. All right. We have 12 political capital. Let's do something this turn. Let's get liberals happier again. Executive turn length, secularity of education, selective schooling. Why is secularity of education currently a negative driver for liberal happiness? This is not secular enough. We have 12. We can barely move this. And we might have to do it over a couple turns, unfortunately. Let's tweak it this way. If I drag it there, it will revert to 9, right? Okay. All right. All right, anything else we can do for 2? Some like paltry thing in here. National business, GDP, capitalism, maybe. Tax on health, health food subsidies. Drive down food price, drive down obesity. Drive up health and plant-based diets. Public services, we can do free parenting, gender equality, parents, youth politics. We did just put a person in who is driven by the youth. This is not very expensive. All right, the Youth Politics Council, where we pretend to listen to the young. And just imagine like there's this gym and there's just like you hire someone and like you bring them, you know, this is, I'm going to walk you guys through how they hire all the tech support staff at the ISPs. This is what we're going to do for the Youth Politics Council. You bring a person in, and they have a really good poker face. They're good at projecting like interest. Like they have kind of a banal kind of like, you know, passive look, but they look mildly interested all the time. They're very calm, and they do a good job of like, you know, thanking people for bringing this to their attention, and you know, appreciating other people's points of view and this type of shit. And they never do anything. The end result of it is we're going to ship them to a fucking gymnasium where they can come in like once or twice a month. We'll set this up. This guy will listen to them and do absolutely nothing. And that's what we're going to do. This is the Youth Politics Council and ISP training. Simultaneously. I mean, he does both. That's his job for both. All right, done.
Just a few more downloads left.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate the raid support. Exactly how you should be running your government. I am. All right, let's take a look. Unemployment still falling. GDP going up. Crime going down. People like us. Budget's in good shape. This is too easy on playthrough 2, chat. So we're gonna have to tweak those settings for the next playthrough. All right, Minister Hyde-Mary. Another name I've never heard of. Ludwig. What does she want? Currently working as your public services ministers, tired of serving your government, may wish to leave. You maybe persuade them by taking, their core supporters, poor people and liberals. Every single fucking turn I've been moving her core supporters up. Dude, this loyalty thing is bizarre. Tidy Mary? Oh, okay. All right, we got a new major party donor. Great. I like how in Germany there's no threat of being assassinated. Probably not enough weaponry among the citizens. All right, do we want to ban face recognition in public? Doubtful. Who is Viktor Orban? I don't know this name. Best immigrant is a migrant who does not come. The best migrant is the migrant who does not come. No sexual gratifications for migrants, according to Viktor Orban. That's interesting thought. What are we doing with... So what is her problem? Isn't this the one we just put in there? Why? Why? Just why? 2 giant green lines moving rapidly, indicating what? That she's unhappy? Question mark. Oh, this is the policy I have to deal with. Advances in AI have resulted in it being cheap and practical to recognize faces using simple cameras on our streets. In theory, this is great for detecting criminals, but opens up the whole topic of privacy and big data. Should we step in to prevent the blanketing of our cities with face recognition cameras that store who knows what information? Technology is amazing, but terrifying. We have no idea what private companies or future governments will do with the information being collected. Yes, we do. We know exactly what they're doing with the information. They're using it to manipulate fucking consumers to the maximum amount possible. The ultimate surveillance state? Used either for oppression or profit? We should stop it immediately. Allow facial recognition. All right, the problem is right now we have no patriots in our country, and we're working against the benefits of the conservatives here. The major stuff that we care about as this political party is the poor and the liberals. So we're going to ban it. All right. Mods, can you guys default to using long timeouts unless they're repeat offenders? I think first-time offenders, I really prefer just long timeouts if they're going to be, even if they've been warned, if they're being fucking obnoxious. Yeah, he is a very bad troll. I warned him yesterday too. But just in general, I just prefer it. Like sometimes people like realize when they have like a fucking month ban or something that they can pull their head out of their ass and still be a part of the community. Where is, what am I looking? I was looking for, oh, I'm gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna ban facial recognition. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Liberals like it. No surprises there. All right. She wants what now? She wants legal aid. 13 political capital. If you make like a new account to continue to avoid your suspension, you can ban all those future. Just time out the primary account and ban all the future accounts. All right. Estimated effects. Liberals like it. Socialists like it. Poor earning goes up. Poor like it. I mean, this is very good for us. Especially if we implement it at a low amount of cost and a high amount. This is our man in the gymnasium who listens attentively. Do we want to fund him for 333 million? No, not really. We just funded it. We'll fund it at 16 million. Unless we really, I mean, it's less than 1 billion. Poor earning goes up, moving them into the middle class and therefore not a voter bloc that helps us. Equality goes up. The Liberals, equality drives, I think it drives social unrest, or rather reverse equality drives social unrest. Socialist, poor, okay, sure. All right, we'll fund it. We'll fund it, it's fine. Okay. Budget's in good shape. 3 left. What do we have? City Farms, National Business Council. Capitalist GDP might be nice. Tax, health food subsidies. Still kind of interested in that. Public services are free parenting classes. On order are National Armed Forces Week. And transport is carpooling. Ooh, we have carpooling. Yeah. Carpooling. Fuck car usage. All right. The least controversial thing I can say as a streamer, right? Like, I don't even have to hide all my political opinions. Everyone's against car usage. Except my wife's father. He was very pro car usage. All right. Here we got. Female leader has been elected as a new head of the opposition. Representation of women at the highest levels of government has resulted from a sustained campaign against gender equality. Liberalists love that she's been voted. Okay, that's fine. Gridlock, we can dislike her still. Gridlock has eased, good. Private space industry is growing, good. Credit rating upgraded, nice. GDP kicking ass. Showing we'll have a potentially bad situation, a real estate bubble soon. Global forecast doing well, budget's in good shape. Polls are optimistic. We went from 6% approval to 82% approval. We're adding people to our party. All right, what is this? So the GDP is driving a housing bubble. Rent controls slow this down. Maybe we'll mess with rent controls. Okay. She is still pissy for no meat. Okay, is this just broken? How can it be positive every turn, but she never gets happier? I don't understand this loyalty mechanic if it doesn't actually do what it says it fucking does. Did she go up in loyalty and I didn't notice? Do I just need a trend arrow here to show me that this is going up and like it just takes a couple turns? Loyalty decreases over time, always? Why? You can never earn loyalty from people who work for you? What are you, the world's shittiest leader? Doesn't make any sense. Blackmailing, right? Like this, I need CK3 options here. We should set a what is it called, a honeypot? We should do a honeypot operation on her, and then blackmail her with the end results. We just need one of you, chat, to seduce her. That's all I'm saying. Get us the pictures, and we can maybe impact her loyalty. I mean, maybe loyalty has like two, like if you like click on loyalty on her, it will have like 2 factors, and it will be blackmail and forced loyalty versus like willing loyalty. Aqua doesn't volunteer. And you're the man we need for the job, Aqua. This is like, you know, when they're like, a king is someone who really doesn't want to lead. That's good for us. It's the same with honeypot operations. It's the person who doesn't want to do it that's the most effective. In you go, Aqua. Meanwhile, she's super happy and super loyal. No one understands why. Okay, we have 18 political capital here. When is the next election? It's got to be soon, right? 7 turns the next election? Why is it so slow? What's the length of rule in Germany? Like 100 years? 200 years? It's 4 years? So it's only 16 turns. I guess we maybe been through that. Aqua's not 12. Not anymore. Alright. What do we have here? The tax the alcohol. I never got around to it. Still an issue, too. Poverty. Alright, what were you going to mess with? We had to deal with housing shit, which is rent controls. Okay. Where might I find rent controls? There. Okay. What are we at right now? Almost nothing. Can move it up all the way here. Capitalists fucking hate it. Private housing. It decreases private housing. Decreases poverty? Possibly? Decreases capitalist income. Do I have to do that? Doesn't seem that great. What were the other things that fed into this? Population, percentage of people who are capitalists, and GDP. Percentage of people who are capitalists. You can never change anything in this country through voting. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Round up the capitalists, you think? You do that. I think the only way to do this is to up funding to art subsidies. That will take out the evil capitalist. Thank you, Mabu, for the resub. I'm thinking like, I don't know. I'm gonna look for. I'm really looking forward to playing this game from a different political perspective next round. All right, how are we dealing with this nonsense right now? Housing bubble. Is there housing as a thing? Private housing. Size of the private housing sector. Be artificially deflated by the supply of subsidized state housing or rent controls on the private sector. Wait, why do we want to deflate housing? Isn't there going to be a housing bubble? What is a housing bubble crisis? I assume that I've read that for some reason as a not enough houses to go around kind of deal. But this is something else. I don't know what the fuck this means. Too many houses. Ah, the opposite. Too many empty houses. Oh, we just fucking tax empty houses. Duh. I mean, it seems simple. What is that called? The empty house or something? Tax. Empty houses tax. Capitalists and wealthy don't like it. Socialism, for some reason, doesn't like it. Oh, that actually fucks a lot of my base. Youth farmers and socialists like it. Wait, socialism goes down. Socialists like it. We could also do the... What was the rent control? No, not parents. No one cares about parents. We were here earlier, but I forgot what it did. This is the capitalist off, is what it does. Decreases generational wealth gap, which I believe drives inequality. Which decreases stability, which decreases GDP. Which is all we care about. The bottom line. Okay. Alright, what else do we want? We want to invest in some science. Do we have any stuff? Stem cell research. Do one of those. Okay. Turn the year. Housing expansion. Urgent policy question requires your immediate attention. Budget report. Budget's in good shape. We're gaining new members. 79% success rates. Okay. All right. Shortage of homes in our country and the government. Wait. I thought last turn there were too many homes. Now there's too few homes. Can't we just have the right amount of homes? We're gonna keep our planning restrictions. They were overvalued. There weren't too many. Well, now people can use tents. Okay, now I have no understanding what this means. She's pissy, but she's huge. Okay, what does size indicate? Is it indicates how much they're generating for me? No, she's generating fuck all. Does it indicate a pattern of something, like effectiveness or something? Like what does this mean, Chad? Like this is the most. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what it's doing for it. All right, we have 20 political capital. I don't want to sack her. She has support from the groups that I care about. So presumably at some, or that we as an election are caring about, right? So we want her in here long term. I don't know. I think no. Generally when they are, the color indicates how pissed off they are. The size I thought indicated how many points they were bringing me, but I think it might actually indicate their effectiveness possibly. I don't know. I was hoping someone had an explanation of that. I mean, she's huge. Her effectiveness is like 50%. Is she huge? Our Minister of Transport? Yeah, she's huge. So maybe this is an effectiveness indicator? Why would her effectiveness have gone up? Is he super not effective? No, he's pretty effective, so it's not an effectiveness indicator. I don't know. I have no idea what this means, and I really wish I did. Okay. What's next? Do we want to tax the shit out of those automobiles? The time. The car tax. Yeah, we need 21. All right, alcohol tax. Quite a bunch more than that. Increase police funding. I don't think we have any. There's nothing talking about assassinating us, so I don't think we need to increase police funding. Like crimes are on the decline already. I think this might be a technology turn. All right, where is my stem cell research? Executive term length. It's gonna be fun in a different game. I thought that was right there. Where's the stem cell, like right next to that? All right. So liberals love stem cells, presumably on their cereal. Well, they don't love it that much. Maybe it's GDP loves stem cells. Yeah. All right. What can we do here? Easy GDP, technology, health. 25 though. Do I have to really do this 3 times? I just can't. What's my max now? 34. No, I just need to spend less this turn. The amount of political capital they generate is modified only by their loyalty. Is that true? Oh, look. It's labeled, it has a tooltip, and the tooltip says, quote, the amount of political capital this minister generates each turn. Right next to political capital. Nobu, did you write this tooltip? That is ridiculous. All right, let's see what we can do. How about some other science initiatives? What else do we have in here? What is this? This is an unlabeled. This is the Social Justice Foundation. Negative turn limit. Quit writing. Did you finish? Or you're just done prior to finishing? Technology colleges. There we go. All right, how are we doing here? Yoink. Slide. How much for this? 20? Fuck. All right. Oh, it's 7. No, okay, never mind. 7's good. 7's about what I want to spend. All right, let's end the turn. One of my ministers has had enough and has stepped down. Fuck you. No, it wasn't you. It was the other person. I'll deal with that in a minute. Angry car salesman Olaf. We'll be ignoring Olaf. We'll send him to the gym. We have someone trained to deal with his type of shit. Alright, 94% popularity. Okay, this game is easy right now. USA was a definitely harder start. Next one, we're going to up the difficulty settings to whatever they fucking max out at, probably. Yeah. I think we're just going to go for a one-term election on the Germany stuff, too. And then take this. We'll start over after that. I just want to. We'll consider it a win if we get elected for term 2. All right. This is mirroring almost exactly the playthrough we had yesterday, which I don't want for an experience in a game. All right. Everyone dislikes us. Apparently. 29 social capital. We have to fix asshole who resigned over here. Foreign policy. I don't understand why again. Like these ministers don't make sense. They don't make sense. All right, we're hiring for foreign policy, right? Okay. I'm just gonna hire on loyalty. It's just scam otherwise. All right, capitalists and parents are not a good idea. Commuters and conservatives, not a good idea. Poor trade unionists, medium idea. Oh, he doesn't want to be this. They don't want to do this. Liberalist, capitalist. Well, liberal is going to be good. Capitalist is not. Commuter, environmentalist. Fucking hiring her. All right. We'll see what happens now. Someone who doesn't like their job. What happens? I've been told to try to match that, but I haven't seen any indication that it actually matters. All right. What were the things we were going to mess with? Stem cells. Easy stem cells. Okay. All right, next turn. All right. One of my ministers wishes to talk to me. The woman who has everything in the world going right for her, but nevertheless will not stop fucking complaining about it. Would like consumer rights. 14. This is the second expensive one. Gonna fuck GDP. I mean, sure. Consumers have limited rights. Automated refunds, right to return goods, limited rights, cooling off periods. I don't know what a cooling off period is. All right, we'll give her. I mean, I would like to actually move this up. Do I care about any of this? It's a really minimal impact on GDP. I think maybe we take the bulk of the positive without much of the negative. Bearish. They have the right to return goods. Applied. Okay. A garbage scam. Okay. Sucks. Economic forecast doing well. We have a huge surplus at, well, not huge. We have a 50 billion surplus. We could consider reducing taxes. No. We'll pay down the debt a little bit, maybe. Alright, what is this? 9 capital. What do we want to address right now? You think remainder? I want 100% voter turnout. Winter fuel subsidy. Food stamps. Economy, young entrepreneurs. Robotic research grants. Technology and industrial automation. Implemented. All right. All right, urgent policy question. 40 billion, 97% popularity. We added 4 million new members to our party. Merger question. A large internet wants to buy one of its competitors. Block merger. Okay. Another. Oh, this is the same AOC quote though. Okay. Alright, there have been no crises actually spawning on us in this playthrough. Dude, how long till the election? 3 turns. Alright, I think we're going to spend all of our social capital, political capital, on election speeches. Wherever the hell that is. Cabinet ministers here. Speeches, easy speeches, fundraising, campaigns over time. What are we? We're the no going back party. Our top party donors are all fairly happy. We have a... Oh, his sympathies are with the poor. And he's a patriot, okay. Perceptions. We want to media stunt this shit. I don't know what this really does. Okay, you're perceived by the electorate. Many voters but floating voters who have not made up their mind. These perceptions can swing their vote. Keeping your promises and principles, not flip-flopping on policies and sticking to manifesto promises. Media stunt. Alright, potential media stunts. Be interviewed on morning television. Capital cost 5. Impact on perception. Success chance. Eating breakfast in a typical builder's cafe. Being filmed watching the sports team play. Appear on a televised genealogy program. They wouldn't tell us ahead of time. And carve promises in stone. I mean, let's do that. Oh, we backfired. Let's appear on a televised genealogy program. Okay. These seem like a total waste of my fucking resources right now. And we will launch a campaign. Eat. Oh, minus trustworthy. We failed again. We will 81% success rate. We'll be interviewed on morning television. Okay. And we're done. We're done. Done. These seem like an entire, like, these were a fucking scam, man. What was the point? Like, why would I want to do that? And we don't have any capital left this turn because we got scammed out of it. Alright, maybe that's like a not fleshed out system because that was bad. Alright, campaign speeches. We just... Alright, you guys want to see... I want to see this. Okay, streamer official birthday song. We will accept the offer. Youth love us because we have a scantily dressed streamer singing to us. Well, I don't think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. Oh, well, I do think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides, I think there's blame on both sides. Okay. Holy shit. After a million years of everyone of her supporters loving every policy we've done, she's gone from extremely pissy to just a little bit annoyed. Well done. Where is... Manifesto perceptions.